I want to go back to the Castle Crips. When did they start, and who were they founders?
You have to say it again because your voice went in and out when you stood up. So, again.
When did the Castle Crips start, and who started them?
You know what? On the serious side, I was tripping when you were going to ask me that because I don't know exactly excuse me, who started Castle. It was a boy that I knew that was one of the main had something to do with Castle getting started, but I can't even think of his name right now. But yeah, I don't know who actually started Castle Crips. They started in '73, but I don't know who started them.
All right.
Here's the thing: when Castle Crips started, I was a YA when Castle Crips started.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think of this boy's name, man. I remember I told you the other day when you were talking, I thought about him, and I was talking to somebody, and I had his name, and now I can't think of his name for nothing in the world, because he used to run with us, because they was all Eastside Crips originally, and they started over there. I'm trying to think of somebody who would know, and the only person I know would probably know is that boy Buster Jones. I think he's still in prison, though.
Mm.
You ever heard of him?
I've heard of Buster. I never heard the last name.
Okay, Big Buster? Yeah. He was original Castle Crip.
Yeah. Cuse told me about him.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you. Earlier you mentioned the Payback Crips. So did you know Barefoot Pookie?
Yes, sir. I knew Barefoot Pookie when he was a straight West Side. Him and Michael Conception used to be road dogs. Mm-hmm. They was baby Crips back in the day.
Mm-hmm. So y'all, you know, Pookie was only a year under y'all. So when you say baby, when you say baby Crips, because Honcho said he was a baby Crip. You know Honcho from Honcho from Watts?
Yeah.
So how do you define a baby Crip from your generation?
I don't know. You know what? On the serious side, and it's kind of because it took if what's that ain't but a year younger than we were, then I don't really know because the bottom line is I guess everybody that was in the circle that when we started, I guess it was all the seniors as far as the Crip gang, the original Crip gang. Everybody was young that came right after us, but maybe 6 months after the Crip got started was considered a baby Crip. I guess that's how that got started because I didn't really trip on the generation gap because you are, how old are you right now? You 50 what, 6?
Yeah.
Okay, and so, yeah, well, see, you my brother's name is 64, and they wasn't even considered baby Crips back then because they weren't even old enough to be Crips back then. So they didn't join the Crip gang until 74 when my brother's name started, and they're 64 right now. And that by the time they started, because see the name Baby Crip, I think it was just the Baby Crips was considered the homies that hung out with the youngsters when we first started and called themselves Baby Crips. But it really wasn't no serious distinction from senior Crips to Baby Crips, and that only lasted for like a hot minute. And the reason I say that because only people that original Crips would even know anything about the baby Crip because it only lasted for maybe you could say 6 months and then it just played out. It just became that we all Crips and that was it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I guess because the set started branching off too, so a baby Crip now looked like he was a founder of his set now. I'm just saying anybody that was originally a baby Crip, once they started branching off into sets, they would no longer be calling themselves baby Crip because they wanted to be accepted as a founder.
Exactly. Well, here's the thing, but not only that, it wasn't so much as that. It's just that whole concept it died out. It died out right at the end of '72. It just died out straight up. And I don't even know how it fast as it came in, it went out, and everybody just became Crips everywhere. And at the beginning of '74, when 6-0 and all them other games came into play, Hoover Crip and all that, then we just started branching out into a bunch of variations, different variations of Crip game. But I told the homies that we needed to organize before all that happened, because back in the days, all we had was Compton, West Side, and East Side Crips. But when we started branching off in all these other different sets, I told the homie we're gonna end up start killing each other, and that's exactly what it ended. That's what ended up happening.
Yeah, you called
before
that
we was all one.
Yeah,
huh?
I said you called that one.
Yeah.
So tell me.
And I told Bam and all of them, but everybody was hot-headed for power, and they didn't want to do it. You know, and on the serious side, they've already been thinking, right? I already told Raymond we need to go on and break off from all of these people because it got crazy, and it's almost like they ain't worth it no more, you know. And that's the way I feel right today. If we don't think on those terms and being organized like that, then you could do what you do, because I don't want to be bothered with nobody with all that we enemies and we supposed to do the same thing. But the legacy that we got going on now, and the business had going on since all these different sets started, I'm totally against all that stuff now, and don't want to have nothing to do with it.
Right. So Verlis, your last conversations with Raymond Washington, what was they about?
Well, I'm gonna hear what I'm gonna tell you, and you're gonna get a kick out of it. My last conversation with Raymond came to me right before he got killed, and he told me, Vert, I heard that you saying that you the big homie and you started to set around here and all that. But it was Raymond's own insecurity, because I don't know where he had been hanging out at for a minute, but over there on San Pedro, I had been shooting and killing people for a minute, and so I had a vicious reputation. Raymond had a reputation for fighting, but I had a reputation for killing. So my reputation kind of started exceeding his as far as that goes, and I explained that to him. But I told him, I said, no, Raymond, you got that messed up, homie. I said, no, I don't know where you getting your information from, or where all this insecurity is coming from. So you number one, and I'm number two, and that's just the facts of life, and can't nobody take that from you. And none of that. I said, but the difference between me and you, Raymond, is I kill and you fight. So my reputation might exceed yours a little bit. I said, but anyway, Raymond, I'm letting you know right now, me and you boys, but nigga, if you want to fight and you think you going to do me like you do them other niggas, that ain't happening. And we can either make that happen, nigga, right now and fight or whatever, or we can leave that shit alone. And we left alone. I said, because it's bullshit, you know?
How big was you at that time?
I was big. I've always been big. I had about 18 and a half or 19 inch on. And that's why Raymond used to beat most people, because Raymond was nice and stocky. Raymond had about 18, and he had a nice chest on him. Raymond wasn't really cut, but he was thick. And he was thick from the bottom up. He was thick in the legs and everything. He was a little short motherfucker. And he could fight good. And he used to beat most people, because Raymond didn't get high and shit. While people be getting high, Raymond used to be in the gym working out in his backyard. And I think he used to run a lot, but he didn't never let us see him running. But he used to run, so couldn't nobody outwind him if somebody was getting the better of him. And me and him never got into it, but I always stayed working out and shit. And I knew that I could hang with him if we ever got into it, because I worked out too. And that's the only reason he didn't try to mount me up.
So who were some of the big fighters? Who would give you and Raymond a run for your money back then?
Well, Bulldog, there was a lot of us. Who was Big Tip? Who was Jimel? Me and Jimel fought with some bloods in YA and beat them up. Yeah. And cats like that, big dudes, because he had to be big cats, because I had a 20 and a half inch arm when I came out of Folsom in that 1988. Yeah, I got a good 19 right now.
Yeah. Could you tell me what was Jimel and Raymond's friendship like?
Jimel and Raymond, they only thing I knew that Jimel and Raymond had going on. They used to bump iron together, but I never got a chance to see them together. So for some reason, when I got out of YA, we could never see Jimel around no more. Him and Raymond was running together in '73 when I was at YA, and he got real popular with us. And then he went to YA, and I got to meet him in YA. But when he got out of YA in 1976, he just kind of disappeared and started running around, going to Crip meetings and stuff, coming out his shirt, and that's all I ever known him for. He didn't never really hang out with us. Jimel, all Jimel liked to do was ride around in his little lowrider and jump out the car, flexing his muscles on people.
Getting all the women, huh?
No, I wouldn't say that, because everybody had women. You didn't have to be big to get all the women. Women just like to do his reputation and chest and had game. And back in the day, I was a fairly handsome motherfucker. I was one of the biggest ladies man in the hood back then. I didn't have no problem with that.
Hey, did you know the Magnificent Seven brothers?
Yeah, that was the Magnificent Seven was huge now.
And you knew his brothers? Oh, I know. I'm just asking you. I'm asking you for your recollection. I know what I know.
Okay.
Did you know Q's brother?
Yeah, Miles. Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew all of them. When they first came out, me and Joseph Beaver used to hang out. We used to go to parties with them.
Hey, you wasn't as big as Mouse, was you?
I was bigger than Mouse.
You was?
Thank you. Man, look, I'm gonna see this. I don't have no pictures of me back in the day because all my pictures from when I was super big got burned up. But if we had iron right now in prison, I have because I get bigger than I used to. As I got older, I carry more weight. I would have about a 21-inch arm. Man, I made Tookie Williams start bumping out on his chest. My chest was bigger than Tookie Williams back in the day. Took always had his arm because he had the biggest back arm. Him and that dude, a cat named Mark Davis, and what's the boy's name from Avenue who was talking about?
Craig Munson.
They all had arms.
Did you know Donnie Boy?
Yeah, I know Donnie Boy. Donnie Boy. Yeah, brown skinned Donnie Boy. I know him. Had nice back arms. Yeah. Matter of fact, I was in YA with Donnie Boy.
I don't know. Donnie Boy, he was a lot older than you, though, I think.
Huh?
I think he was a lot older than you, though.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
You're right. No, you got it. I got him to prove I was in YA with Boo. One of Donnie Boy's little partners.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Donnie Boy never is on.
Yeah, Boo. You was locked up with Boo, huh?
Yeah. I was locked up with back on Boo. That's why I was getting mixed up with Donnie Boy. Yeah, Donnie Boy was older than me. He was past YA stages because Donnie Boy never been 10 years older than I am. Him and Craig Munson, all of them.
Yeah, probably 6. Probably 5 or 6 years.
They was like the Slauson and business, man. They was them cats' ages.
Yeah, they was younger than them, but older than you guys. About 5, 6 years older than you.
About 6 years older than they are.
Yeah.
Okay. And back in them days, that was a lot back in them days.
Absolutely.
6 years older than motherfucker. He was out of your group. Nowadays, you're in the same category with people that age, but back in them days, it was different. 5 years, it was different.
And when did 11-8 come into play? 11-8 block.
Oh no, they've been in the play ever since they started in 80. They was looking with us from back in the day with Raymond Washington. The Q102 used to be 103rd Street, and when 118th was just 108, they said it was they thought it was 118 blocks, but they was all still hooked up with us from day one. Once we spread out through the hundreds.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Day one, when the Crips started to form and branch off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the boy's name started 11-8? I know his name, but I can't get it on my tongue right now.
James.
What's his name? Gary Thompson, yeah. Compton been around since the Crips started. Raymond hooked up with Compton, and Raymond hooked up with them before I did. He hooked up with Compton and Mac Thomas when they became East Side Crips. Well,
Mac Thomas was from 103rd or 102nd.
Mac Thomas was from 103rd. They tried when they tried 102nd. Mac Thomas was hanging out in Compton. Mac Thomas started 103rd.
Did you ever hear Mad Dog David and Moto?
I heard of Mad Dog David. And where was they from? I heard of Moto too. Mad Dog and Moto and all them, that was 103rd. Everything from back in them days was basically 103rd.
Okay, gotcha.
Now I don't know. Most of them put a turn when they turned neighborhood in '74. They could have turned the 100 acre over there up a central neighborhood, and them was the first neighborhood right there over there, somewhere right there. I don't know. I know it was 100 acres. I don't know who started it, whatever, but I know it was the first neighborhood there.
I think that's Backstreet over there.
Yeah, oh yeah? Oh, so when Moto them was?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, well, then that was, back in the day, that was considered 103rd Street. That was all watch. In 71, 72.
Right.
I knew them from back in the day. I didn't forget how they looked, but I knew both of them. So we used to have a lot of meetings down there back in the day, especially at the Watch Festival.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's the park.
Yeah.
That's the park I thought you was talking about when you, but you was talking about a different park. But
when we talk about Roosevelt Park,
exactly.
What the hell is the name of it? What the hell is the name of that park? I just forgot the name of that park right there, 103rd Central. What's the name of it?
They changed it to Ted Watkins. I can't think of the old name.
You forgot the old name?
Yeah.
Man, how could we do that? Because they used to, they kind of run that whole situation when they stopped having the Watch Festival down there. But then again, I guess it might have been better because after 75, a whole lot of people ended up dead down there at the Watch Festival because we couldn't have a peace treaty going down there to enjoy the black history and all that. Because that's why they cut it out, because of gang activity. But when they did this, they kind of killed out the. Man, I wish I knew that.
Will Rogers. Will Rogers.
We had to watch festival there.
Will Rogers. Can you hear me? Will Rogers Park. Will.
Rogers Park. That's right. That's what the name was. That's what the name was. Oh, you went on the internet and found it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, you're a historian for real, nigga. You ain't no joke.
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
Look, here's the thing. We'll get down to the facts on things. But no, you thought I said, you asked me, and I said, yeah, 5 Trey came out before 5. I mean, 4 Trey came out before 5 Trey. And then when you was asking, I said, yeah, the 5 Trey was late. And yeah. I forgot though they did have some East Side Crips down there from 4 Trey back in the day before Donald Kelly started 4 Trey Avalon.
Mm. You ever heard of a guy named Hanchi, a lot younger than you?
Hanchi? Yeah. I haven't heard of Hanchi. I knew Hancho. No. I was with Raymond when me and Raymond went down there when Hancho started Break Street Watch. Me and Raymond went down there. It was some kind of, it was like they had pinball machines and some kind of little community store that had pinball machines and we was all up in that motherfucker on 103rd, right over there across the street from the Jordan Dow.
Do you remember when Carver Park came out?
Carver Park, yeah, Carver Park been out. Carver Park came out. Carver Park came out in Carver Park came out in 71.
Do you remember when the Grandies came out?
The Grandies came out, if I'm mistaken, the end of 73 or beginning of 74. So before that, it wasn't no Grandies and none of that. They was all Compton Crips. That was the first name gang where they switched up from straight TC to Grandy Crips, and then all the rest of that shit started happening. Around like the same time, Hoover, Millset came out, and all the rest of them sets came out. What year did the 60s come out? 74 or 75?
The end of 74.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was thinking it was closer to 75 because I remember me and Big Alden used to go there to go hood all the time because we started going to another Park right when y'all came out.
This is Los